I sacrificed a lot, man. Like because look, I started off, I didn't know how to, make content. So I made a lot of mistakes, and then I focused a lot more into this particular, this particular category to just make content, do some freelancing, and so because of that, my studies got affected a lot. As you have said, I have a trash CGPA, and on top of that, I was not able to make a lot of friends, right? So because of that, my friends got affected. I don't have a lot of friends right now. The ones that I do have.
Hey everyone, this is Aman Sukla and today's video of Engineers Podcast. We have a very special guest who is a YouTuber, Unacademy Plus educator, freelancer, content creator, and also started a company 2 months before. And he is also pursuing engineering that qualifies him to be here. So let's talk about his journey and so many things. So without any further delay, let's get started. Hey San, welcome to Engineers Podcast.
Thank you for inviting me.
Okay, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Same here, I'm fine also. So, let's start with the question. The very first question that I have is tell me something about your school background, like your schooling and all that stuff. And one more thing, like in your 10 plus 1 and 10 plus 2, you was having that computer science as a subject, like your majors.
Right. I have had a strange, school time because what I used to do is that I used to travel a lot. Every single year, I would have a different school. So what happened as a result of that is that I got a lot of, exposure to a lot of different people, to a lot of different places, different rules, different teachers, and so I got to learn a lot from that experience. But yeah, like talking about computer science, I think that computer science I took in my 11th grade. After that, I had to shift to 12th. And in 12th, as I've said, I changed my city, changed my school. And so the new school I went to didn't have computer science as an option. So I had to migrate from computer science to physical education. So that was what I did. Yeah.
Okay. So, like, what language you had? Like, it is C++ or Python?
Back then, we had C++.
Okay. Now, like, they are having Python in 10 plus 2. You was from
Mhm.
CBSE?
Yes.
Yeah, so actually you do a lot of work, like you do freelance also, you're an educator, like content creator. Like how do you manage your time? What's the strategy for time management?
Schedule everything. I have some applications. I just use a pen and paper. I write everything down, whatever I need to do. I have two columns. Number one column is for things that need to be done at that particular time. Like, I had a podcast with you at 10 o'clock. So these are things that have a particular time associated with it. Then there are things that do not have a time, but I need to get done today. So I make two blocks. One is for the particular time when I need to do that. And second is for I need to complete it no matter when I do it. That's the two things. Then the third thing is just things that are necessary. I might skip it today, but I need to like focus on them, like exercise or reading a book or just writing it down. Just whatever I'm thinking, I try to like write everything down and see how I'm actually going, right? So that's just what I do.
So tell me something like you do lots of work, no? Like they may are affecting your like personal life and maybe your college and something like that. Like what are the sacrifices? I have to use this term. So you have to like you told in your one video that your CGPA is like 6, because you don't like electrical engineering. Like what are the things like you have sacrificed for this, like to achieve this state?
I sacrificed a lot, man. Like because look, I started off, I didn't know how to, make content. So I made a lot of mistakes, and then I focused a lot more into this particular, this particular category to just make content, do some freelancing, and so because of that, my studies got affected a lot. As you have said, I have a trash CGPA, and on top of that, I was not able to make a lot of friends, right? So because of that, my friends got affected. I don't have a lot of friends right now. The ones that I do have are the very close ones. And thirdly, I just think that I don't have any time for just doing things that I normally would used to do, things like watching a movie, or just some things like these, like TV series, movies, playing some games. I used to do this a lot previously when I was in 10th, 11th, 12th, but I don't have any time for that now.
So basically, entertainment and sports is excluded from your like time schedule for some years, maybe.
Yeah, I do watch a lot of documentaries, but they are not, like for fun. They are for educational purposes, and that's just what's happening right now.
Okay, as you started like this channel in lockdown itself, like maybe it is in starting of 2020 itself, I'm right? Like you have started your
Yeah.
YouTube channel in. So like, what motivated you to start that? Like, what thought came in your mind that you like, I have to start a YouTube channel. I need a like social presence there. So what was the
Yeah.
like thought behind it?
So the motivation for me was that I need to learn how to speak and I need to just talk to the people. So look, I am from BITS, and so I get access to a lot of amazing people. So I thought, let me talk to them, um, learn from them, and also share my experiences with the world, right? So this conversation that we are having with the person, I will learn from it, and then I'll also record it so that I can share it with the world. So that was the motivation for me to start my YouTube channel.
You started with the podcast and you moved to giving in like knowledge to like related to computer science and like freelancing and all stuff. Like firstly you was in podcast only, so like how you approached your first guest like for podcast, what you like was your pitch for that?
My first podcast guest was Harish Uthai Kumar, right? Curious Harish, you
Yeah,
might have seen his videos.
yeah, yes, yes.
I just messaged him, like there was this fun event that was organized by eCell, entrepreneurship cell in my college. And over there, they were just talking about LinkedIn. And that event was conducted by Harish. So I attended that event. I thought that he's actually a pretty interesting personality. I just went up to him, got his number, and then I started talking to him afterwards. And yeah, that's just how it went. I just said that, hey man, like let's just do a podcast episode together. Let's talk about something. And that way I will get to know you better, and also I'll have my first podcast guest. So that's basically how it happened.
Okay, so when you started, like you have thought that it will achieve this state, like you have more than 50,000, maybe 55,000 subscriber, and on an academy you have 135 minutes of like that 135,000 minutes of watch time, and like have you thought that it will like I will achieve this state when you have started?
I did not. This is truly amazing what has happened in the past 1 year. And I knew that if I put in the efforts, that if I stay consistent, something big would happen. Even now, I like if you take an interview of me 1 year from now, maybe in 2022, and asked, could you have believed that you would have been at this particular number, whatever subscriber I reach? I would definitely say, no, I don't know. But I really don't define the success that I'm having based on the subscribers that are there. I just base it upon how I'm doing and if I'm putting in the efforts or not. If I am doing the work, then I don't care about what the result is. I know over the long term this is going to pay off.
You are very consistent for like videos. For example, I have to do podcast, no, I do one podcast in a week because I have lots of work to do. So like at that time you thought
I do
that
4 videos every single day,
4 videos
every
every
single
single
week
day.
actually,
Okay, every
every
single
week.
week. Okay. That's really great. So I want to ask two major projects you are working on. It may be your company you have just started like 2 months before, and like any other thing.
Yeah.
Two major
Number one, I'm
projects.
working on my company, MarketUp. That is a content creation agency, and we help companies grow on YouTube, right? So currently we have 2 companies that we are working with, and we are in talks with 2 more. That's really fun. Really enjoy just learning about how can we grow their channels, just talking to them, learning from their experiences. So that's one thing. Number two, I'm working on my YouTube channel. I want to grow it even bigger. I'm thinking of what can I do next. Running out of content ideas, but let's see what happens.
Okay, so like talking about your clients, like they have approached you or you approach them, like your clients.
It depends. I mean, like, it depends on client to client.
Okay. So basically, you manage their YouTube channels. You're saying that like you create content for geeks and able jobs, as you said in many videos of yours. Like if the clients ask you like rather than managing your content, like YouTube, their YouTube and other things, so you will also create content for them. If they ask like I want you to make content, so you will create that for them.
That's what I do, right? That's what I do. If you go on the Geeks for Geeks channel, if you go on Able Jobs, that's
Yeah.
what I have been doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought in like your new company, you're like it's like managing their stuff and only managing.
Both the things are happening. Okay, so I am also making content for other companies, and we are also handling some other companies' YouTube channel and growing it.
Okay, so I'm saying that there are something like everyone has some things like if I will be known this thing like 2 years prior, so I will be like I might be a better person. So there's something like this.
I would not say that I should be knowing everything in the beginning, because it's important to not know anything and start and make mistakes. I won't really like tell anything to myself 2 years ago that, hey, you should be doing this and you shouldn't be doing that. It's just a learning process. I'm proud of whatever mistakes I've made in the past, and I don't have to like want to say anything to my, past self.
Okay, so when you started investment, like you invest in Bitcoin also and stocks also,
Yeah.
like when you started that?
I started in January after researching about it.
Okay, like this January 2021?
21, yeah.
Okay. So how do you like gather knowledge? Because like cryptocurrency, like it's a really
Google
complex
it.
thing.
Google it.
Okay, so there is a very corporate question, but it's really interesting. After 5 years, what will be like you are doing what? Like doing the same on a large scale, whatever you are doing now, or something else, or you haven't planned it yet?
What?
Like you are doing like now you are doing lots of things. After 5 years, what you will be doing? Like doing the
I
same
don't
thing
know.
on a large scale,
I
or
don't
you
know. I
don't
don't
know?
know. No
Okay.
idea.
That's what was your parents' reaction like when you are earning something? Like they gave
They
you
are
some
proud of me.
advice. Okay. Like they gave you some advice like how to manage it or like nothing, just
I learned it myself. They made me capable to become self-aware of what to do, how to do it, how to research about certain things, and that's all that they did.
okay. So like when you started this, like you told them that I'm starting this, or when you like achieve the state, then you like the result here it is, something like this.
They were seeing me from the beginning itself. It's not like
Okay.
I kept it secret and then I told them that, hey, I'm also doing this, by the way, if you didn't know. They were there
Okay.
with me when I made the first video. They are here with me when I'm continuing the journey.
Okay. That's really great. Same with me also. So you are in your college now or like at your home?
Yes. No, I'm at my home.
Okay, so I want to ask something. Like, suppose it is something like a rapid round. Very basic question it is. So you have to choose one like rapidly. Okay, is it fine? Okay, so YouTube versus Unacademy.
YouTube.
Okay, stocks versus mutual fund.
Mutual funds.
Cryptocurrency versus mutual funds.
Cryptocurrency.
Ripple versus Litecoin.
None of those.
None of this. Okay, Ethereum versus Bitcoin.
You cannot like choose both of them. It's like
For example,
both of them
10,000.
have different use cases, right?
Yes. Okay. Like Windows versus Mac.
Mac.
Okay, iOS versus Android.
Android.
Okay, audiobook versus physical books.
Audiobook.
Okay. So my next question is about Unacademy. How it started? Like you approached them or they approached you. So how
They
it
approached me.
started?
I was making content, so someone from their team saw my videos and they contacted me saying that, hey, we see that you're making content on YouTube. It would be great if you can also make content on Unacademy, and that's how it got started.
Okay, so you actually teach like what the subject like it's not, I know it because it on your tech it's not beyond school education it is. So it's not like 11 computer science of 11 12. So you taught like web programming or like what? The major thing.
I teach Python and web programming, and recently also started teaching 10th grade syllabus, basically.
Okay, for computer science.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you started learning Python because you was having like C++ in your back then in
Started
school?
learning on the day my JEE Advance ended. That was in the best days of my life, actually.
Okay, so you were a JEE aspirant. So tell me one thing,
Yeah.
why didn't you drop the year for that?
I don't want to waste my life.
Okay, that's silly because
College doesn't
actually,
matter as much. The time that you have when you are 18, 19, 20 is the best time of your life. If you spend it on worrying about some stupid exam, you will always be, you'll regret it afterwards, basically. That's all
yeah,
I'm saying.
actually,
Unless you are like, you go from a very trash tier 4 college to IIT Bombay, something like that. If that is not the case, just chill and take whatever college you can. It's all about
yeah,
self-awareness. Like if you think that you can take that jump from not getting selected in IIT JEE Advanced to getting to like top 1000, top 100 ranks, then go for it, man.
yeah,
That's just what I
actually,
think. I knew that I cannot waste more time into this JEE thing. I need to get out of this. I need to start learning different things. So
yeah, actually, same. I was in many persons, they are like, I want to go to IITs, which is really good. Yeah, they're Supreme Institute of India. But any branch, it doesn't matter, like they are not aware about it, they want to do in like next 4 years, it doesn't matter, it just have to be IIT. Like
Yeah.
I think that's not a ideal case, I think, because it's really sad, because it's you are going to become an engineer, so you should like you should have a like branch, maybe like suppose you have chosen electrical, but you don't have interest in it, so it's fine, you are doing computer science. But if like if you are assuming that I just want to go to BITS, no matter what I'm doing there, but just I want to go to BITS, so these things are really,
that's just how I was. I just knew that, okay, I need to get into a good college because I want to meet with people who are smarter than me, right? I don't want to like particularly get that branch and end up in a worse college. I would rather just get a better college than the branch.
yeah. So like for Unacademy, you have multiple source of income, like you do freelancing and more of stuff. So what's your major source of income?
YouTube and Unacademy.
So your first payout, like how much it was when you got your first money? It's really like a good thing, earning something by yourself.
It was 3,000 rupees.
Like from YouTube.
No, it was from Pod Infinity.
What is that?
Pod Infinity was a startup I started in 2020, and we had 7 clients, and the first client paid 3,000 rupees, out of which I had to pay 60% of that to my people that I was working with, and I got the 30%. So it was about 900 rupees that I got.
So what is about, like, tell me something. What was that like? What was
It's
that
a
doing?
podcasting mentoring service, basically. I would teach people how to start a podcast.
Okay, sir. You're okay. So you have stopped that?
Yeah, like there's no, I don't really have the time to continue with that.
Okay, so currently, like the startup you have any co-founder?
Yeah, my roommate.
Okay, your roommate. Okay, that's so. Tell me one thing in startup. Okay, so what do you prefer, a bootstrap startup or like diluting your stakes?
It depends. It depends on what you're making.
Okay, a bigger team or a smaller team?
Smaller team is always better, right?
Okay. So in future, if you want to you want to expand your business, like maybe your startup, so you will be diluting your stakes, or like you want to do it like just reinvesting your profit? If
It
you want
depends
to,
on what happens. This startup that I have, it's not scalable, right? I won't be having like millions of customers because I'm dealing with B2B. Okay, this is business to business. I am onboarding business clients, and so as a result of that, I cannot have a lot of them, right? Because I have a limited bandwidth. This won't be like those crazy businesses. It would just be a small business that you would start. Only 2 people run it, and they enjoy the benefits of that, right? So it's like a typical business, not your Silicon Valley type startup. So it's different in that sense. Yeah.
Okay, so it's not scalable, but it's a kind of part-time for you. Like it's not your main thing for you.
It is like, yeah, it is my main thing, right?
Okay, for now.
Everything is part-time if you think about it that way. YouTube is part-time, Unacademy is part-time, college is also part-time, everything is part-time.
Okay. So suppose if kid is watching, he is in class maybe 10th or 11th. So what he or she should do, like prepare for JEE mains, or like learning new programming languages or stuff like that, if he or she want to become a computer science engineer?
If you're in 10th, 11th or 12th, just focus on getting into a good college, right? And once you are in that college, then you can focus on doing other things, just exploring your interests. And that's just basically what I would say. If you are in, let's say, in 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, then maybe you can currently start learning some skills. And after that, if nothing works out, then you can definitely focus on your college admissions.
Okay, so you will be sitting for placements like next year?
I don't know. I don't intend to, but let's see what happens.
Like you don't want to like
2 years are left.
Or 2 years.
2 years are left, right? So anything can happen in the next 2 years. The last 1 year was crazy for me. I don't have any idea what the next 2 years are going to be having in store for me. I don't want to sit for placement, but let's see what happens. It's not like I would be unhappy if I get a placement. It is going to be fine, but I prefer to do something on my own.
Okay, so you want a placement in a computer science background, or like, your core electronics, maybe hardware?
Computer science background. That's what I like to do.
Okay. And I think in BITS, it's really crazy because once I was reading, it's for my dream college. I don't want to be in IITs, but like actually I wanted to be there. So there was a person from BITS Pilani, Venkateswar named. Like he was from mechanical background, and in India he got the highest placement that year. He was from BITS. Okay, so you have
No, it
decided.
doesn't.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Like that's okay. The highest placement is okay, but that might be in a different country. The taxes are there. It's just a different thing. You cannot, be like, oh my God, that's so much money. It's not as much as you think it is. A lot of that just goes to taxes. You have a lot of other benefits in your CTC, and it just boils down to, just a normal income that other software engineers would have in India.
Okay, so as you told, like in US there are lots of taxes, maybe in European countries also, and there are many other things like in a CTC stocks option for employees. So what do you prefer? Having a job in maybe overseas or having a job in India in a decent like that?
I haven't tried any of these, so I won't be able to tell. But I don't like a job at all. Like anywhere job.
Okay, so it's not like selling your
job
time.
in India, job in US, anywhere job. I don't like it.
So most probably you'll not be sitting for placement, like for now.
Let's see. I'm not like against it,
yeah.
But that's what I prefer, right? So I prefer to get into IITs. That didn't happen, so I am in BITS. I prefer to do my own thing. If that doesn't happen, I get a job. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Books you are currently reading?
Yeah, I'm reading a book called "Is Good to Great." That's just basically by Jim Collins. He just talks about what are the best companies out there that went from like completely flat to crazy exponential rise, and what was the factors that were involved that led to creating just like a meh company to like an amazing company. So what was that transition period like? What happened? What were the factors? That's just what they are talking about in the book. It's a really good one.
Okay, that's really good. What was your first book when you started reading? Like the first book you have read?
The first book that I read was back in 8th grade. That was, I think, the first ones were, I think, Goosebumps.
Okay.
But those are fine. If you don't include that, then I would have the 39 Clues, the first book of the 39 Clues by Rick Riordan. That was an amazing book that I read firstly. Yeah.
Okay, so according to you, what's role of book, like you as a person or maybe a professional, you like in your life? Can you please explain that?
I think that books is really underrated because for just about 300, 400, 500 rupees, you get access to the lives and the experiences of people that have taken them a lot of time, right? So like you can literally like read a book that some person has written, and there they have shared all of their experiences, right? So their complete life journey, their lessons, their stories, you are able to download into your brain using just one book for a cheap price. So I think that's the best part about books. I like to read a lot of books. Right now it has reduced a lot, but I want to get back to the reading marathon.
Okay, I can see on bookshelf there are lots of books already. I can see. Okay. So what motivated to read book? Because actually whenever like when I was starting, my first book was like very default. It was Rich Dad and Poor Dad. So it was not very interesting, because it is interesting for me, but reading a book, like in comparison of watching a video, it's really different, because video is very similar. It's very So what, like, how do you sustain to it? Like, I want to be a reader.
First of all, I defined what I like to read, right? So this is a quote from Naval. It says, read what you like until you like to read.
Okay.
Read what you love until you love to read. Okay. So what do you like? Do you like cricket? What is your interest?
My interest is badminton. Yeah, I play badminton in sports.
Badminton. Read books on badminton.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And then once you have read enough books on badminton, then you will slowly generate interest into reading books. That way you will now be able to read books on other topics as well. So I think that's a great thing that you can do. Yeah.
Okay. So like
continue reading the full book.
Okay. So there is a question. For example, like there is a fresher starting it's like starting this college. So there are two things. First is competitive programming. The second is development. What happened in development is you can see your result like very like fast. For example, if I'm making a website, I can see like something is happening. But in competitive programming, it's not like for example, there's a fresher. to build interest, it is important to like first he or she has to learn web development or any development is only development. Then like she should move to the like competitive programming just to build interest.
There is no prescription that I can give. It depends on what kind of a person are you. If you like to solve puzzles, if you've been solving the puzzle, there is a section in the newspaper, right? Sudoku and all that.
Yes.
If you like solving that all the time, every single day, then I think you'd probably enjoy competitive programming. If that is not the case, and if you like to draw something, maybe you are good at artistry or you just have a great imagination, then maybe going into web development or something similar might make much more sense. But I don't want to present like a prescription that, okay, you just need to do this. It depends on person to person. If I give a prescription, that limits your imagination, and because of that, you are not able to think clearly.
Yeah, and then actually it was something like assuming a student who is like not aware about neither competitive programming, like he just prepared for JEE for 2 years.
They should try everything. They should try both of them.
Yeah,
okay, just flip a coin, pick one, try it out for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, see if you're liking it or not. If you don't worry about it, skip it, move to the next thing, see if you're liking it or not.
Okay. So are you in competitive programming? Do you really do that?
I do not.
You don't know, like you have like you have explored that field, like someday, like you have done that in like past?
I have tried it when I was starting my college. I was when I started my college, the first week was all about placement linking and all that. So I started going to HackerRank, started solving problems over there. It was boring for me, so I skipped it.
Okay. So actually the thing is, the more person like I have seen, they are like I want to do CP just because of I want to be like take a good placement. But I think it's not really it's not directly proportional to that, because if you know data structures and algorithm, you can crack a company. Like if you know the basics of data structure, algorithm, linked list, hashing, this kind of thing. So it's not like if you didn't like you know that Kunal Kushwaha, from Code for Cause. So actually he don't do competitive programming much. Like he was saying that he knows the data structure, algorithm and all that kind of basics. It's not necessary to do competitive programming because majority people don't like it because it's not really interesting. For more of like there are some people who like maths, like as you have said, solving puzzles. They like competitive programming, so they but majority of people do this for placement. But actually it's not related to that. It's just a sport. It can build your logic. So okay, so you like so you do web development, like your GUIs or what? Like what your main focus? In development, like you do freelancing also?
The web development.
Okay, web development. Okay. So like you do freelancing. When you started freelancing, what was your project? Like what you have enrolled in? Like I can do web programming, or you can like content. What was that? Your first.
It was content. I had to make a video for Able Jobs. That was the first sort of freelance project, I would call it. Right. I had to make a video just talking about a job opening. So that's what I did. I edited the video and I put it out there.
Okay. And how did you approach like Geek for Geeks, or they approached you?
I did not approach them. They approached me. That's the whole thing, right? So you need to get out there. You need to get out of your comfort zone, start making content so that you get in front of people, and then they will start emailing you. And that's just basically how it would work.
Okay. So it's just because of your social presence of YouTube?
Exactly.
Okay. So tell me, like for freshers, how it is important to have a social presence. It's not like everybody want to like have a career in that, but what is the importance of social presence in general for everyone? It can be on LinkedIn.
As I said, right? So that you get in front of people so that you can get opportunities, right? So that's just what, like, if you see what I've done, it has only been possible because I had a presence online. I didn't go asking for projects or asking for opportunities. They will come to you because they see that, yes, you have the potential, and they're always searching. Okay. These people who want to offer jobs or freelance gigs, they're always searching for people who are capable of doing something. Right. And if you can get in front of them through various social media platforms, then you win.
Okay. So like when you made your LinkedIn account, like you also wrote a book on it. Like when you made your LinkedIn account, how it started?
My LinkedIn account?
Yes. When you like made it?
It was when I made it right after my JEE advanced exam.
After 12th?
Yeah.
Okay. So you prepared like in a like self-preparation or any institution?
What?
like for JEE Advanced or maybe mains, you have enrolled in any institution like LN or what, or you have prepared by yourself?
Yeah, I was in 10th grade. I was in Catalyzer. This is something that happens in Indore. That was good. I moved to FITGI, right? So in 11th and 12th, I was enrolled in FITGI.
Okay. So like one line, if you want to something say about LinkedIn.
LinkedIn is the best platform for college students that can make content and get recognized and start getting opportunities. If you cannot like make videos on YouTube, start talking about things that you are interested by writing blogs or by writing just simple posts, and that way you'll get a lot of reach. It's the best platform that you can be on in 2021. But that would not be the case in 2022. The reach will go down. It would become like Facebook. Okay. So just keep that one thing in mind. Make content on LinkedIn as soon as you can, as frequently as you can.
Okay, exactly. And this is the reason we are doing this podcast. I approached him on like LinkedIn and he's kind enough to say yes for it. Because networking is really important like in this era. If you don't have a good network, it's really more than worse. You will get like, you can get a job of maybe whatever LPA you are like assuming, but networking is really important. So tell me something about how like did you get this thought that I should have a good network, and what is importance of networking according to you?
Yeah, I used to watch a lot of videos from Gary Vaynerchuk, and from that I got to know that yes, you should be networking, you should create content. As I said, it's the best thing out there. You'll get to meet a lot of people, you'll get a lot of opportunities, and right now, like I have contacts with a lot of other huge co-founders of big companies and all. And so I just have this exposure to a lot of different people that creates opportunities for me. Let's say even if I have like a high CGPA, I don't need to worry too much because again, I have the contacts, so I can say that, hey man, I have the skills. I don't have CGPA because what I was taught in my college is not related to what I will be working. So, things like that you can do once you have networks, if you know people.
Okay, so I want to add something like the freshers they are watching, because is having 6 GPA, but it's totally justified. Don't think like it's a good CGPA, because whatever the time is saved from like not studying for electrical engineering, he's investing in a very good thing, and you can see that if you are neither having a good CGPA or you neither have invested that time in a good thing, so it's not justified at all. So it's really a trouble for you if you're having a low CGPA.
People look at my videos when I say that, okay, you should not be having, like, it's fine if you don't have a lot of CGPA. I share my own journey, and they think that, okay, even if I'm getting low CGPA, that's completely fine. I'll just chill. That's not what I actually mean. I mean that, okay, you don't put in the time that you have into your studies, so you get less CGPA, but you take that time and you put it into learning different skills. That way you have a lot of opportunities for you, and so that the CGPA factor becomes less of a thing overall.
Yeah, exactly what I'm saying. He's having 6 GPA. He's invested that time in content creation and many lots of things in like related to that. But if you have saved your time for like studying, and then you are watching Netflix, and it's not a good thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
If you're like major, because it's not like CGPA is not important for placement. It is really important. Like last time I was going to my library in my college. So there was a person, like Amazon was like, the time it was 12, 12 at night. Amazon came, and like there was 140 student was shortlisted for last round. Like they said, the person who is having 9 CGPA, they will be coming in next round, and like lower than that will be like shortlisted. They are not coming along with them.
Yeah.
So that's really, CGPA is really important. But if you don't have a good CGPA, at least you should maintain 7.5 or so. But if you are not maintaining that, like Isaan, but you should have a proper justification. Like they can see what you have did if you're not like scored a good thing, good marks.
Exactly.
Okay, so Isaan, what advice do you want to give freshers or the person who was in like class 10th, maybe 8th or maybe 9th, like in school?
I would just say that explore different things and observe how the world is working, right? If you can observe, this is one of the rarest things that people are not too good at. You need to just sit down and understand how everything is working. If you play Fortnite or something, think about it. Think about the time that you're spending there, and then think about what is it that the company is gaining from you when you play that game, right? Think about why did they make this game for free for you? is if this is free, then how are they making their money? If they make their money, then what happens next? Okay, so like keep thinking something about this, understand how the economy works. That's just what I would tell you to do. If you're in school, you'll get to know how the world actually works. How is money moved around the world? And this basically, how does the world operate?
Okay, so basically knowledge of economy, knowledge of money is really important, and it's really misunderstood, like in this, like maybe in maybe only in India. There are many other countries are, but money is not like that. If a kid is earning money, it's not really, you have to like taught them like how to manage it. It's the main thing.
Exactly.
So Ishan, what about the college student, like they have started like in his first year or maybe in second year? So what you want to say to them?
I would say don't waste your time on stupid stuff. Okay. Put in your time into things that would reap benefits for you later. Focus on building assets and don't be forced. Like, let's say a lot of people are coding in your college and you also try to code, and then you don't like it basically, right? So don't force yourself into it. If you don't like it, skip it. It doesn't really matter. Your peace of mind and your interest is what matters more. And just find what you are really interested in.
Okay, it is something like if someone like chosen computer science stream and he like going saying that, for example, like if I'm a computer science student, I'm in my first year and like I'm not having interest in computer science. Like if I'm coding, it's not really interesting for me. So what should I do?
Yeah. It depends from person to person. What are your family conditions? Like if you are having a bad time in your family, then you should probably just focus on getting a job because that is really important. But if that's not the case, then you can choose what you like, right? It's completely fine if you are not able to explore the thing that you are really interested in early on in college, because no one really does. People who are like even 50, 60, 70, even they don't have a clear idea of what they should be doing in their life, what is it that truly motivates them. So just focus and like explore different fields that you have, right? So get onto different categories of like interest that you can develop and see if you like it or not. And if you do, then go further into it, learn about it even more. And that's just basically what I would say. Have fun while you're doing it, but just understand that this is the best time of your life.
Okay. So who is your ideal if I'm like, in the industry of business?
I don't know anyone like personally. I have like, you can see their videos, you can see their story from a far away point. So it's easy to say that, oh my God, Elon Musk is my idol, or Jeff Bezos or Bill Gates is my
No,
idol.
in India. I'm talking about in India.
Mukesh Ambani is my idol. You can just say such things like that, but you don't know them personally. You don't know what they've done to get to that point. I would say that my really idol that I look up to is just my parents. You know,
okay, that's
those
really
are the
great.
people that I have learned a lot from. So that's who I look up to basically.
Okay, it's really good. Like you can see them like closely, like whatever they are doing, everything. As a person,
Exactly.
Okay, so that is the reason, because like for example, if you say any just hear the best thing they are doing on a TED Talks, maybe anywhere else.
Exactly.
Okay. So let's end this podcast. Really great time. I am Viras.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Iksan. Thanks again.
Welcome. Okay.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Send me the
Bye.
Have a good day.
Bye. Same to you. So this was all about this conversation. I have learned so many things from Ishan, and make sure you have subscribed to this channel for further updates, and I will meet you in another episode of Engineers Podcast with another engineer. And I also make video on another topic. You can see my video on like 5 tips for web programming, maybe on I button. So let's end this video. Stay safe, and once an engineer, always an engineer.